welcome to episode 12 of Out of Wenger's Shadow on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I've got two games for you. We're away to Montpellier and at home to Marseille, both in Ligue. But before both of those games, I'll bring you up to date on the activity in the January transfer window, and that's coming up in just a moment. Okay, well, as you can see from the transfer screen, no players joined in January, but we did see three players leave the club. Florent Mollet left for Schalke for an initial £180,000, rising potentially to £200,000. Joel Toulier left on loan to Troyes, and Mathieu Akapandi left for £230,000, rising to £375,000, and joined Clermont Foot. So with the transfer activity rounded up, let's get into the action, and the team for the first game of the episode is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team for the trip to Montpellier, and it is Lafont in goal. Back four is Cardona, Leifis, Castelletto and Santonzi. Douglas Augusto behind Taira and Mutisami in midfield. Simon and Coco on the wings. Batshuayi up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, well, my assistant wants me to say our continental qualification hopes are still alive. Let's do all we can and see what happens. Why not? So we'll point the finger and agree with him. And that has made Santonzi a little happier and has motivated Kirivella. Everybody else seems to be composed, I think. I don't think there's any exceptions to that, and there aren't. So let's get out into the action and see if we can pull off a result in the away game at Montpellier. Here we go then. And as always, first 10 minutes we'll see how things go and then act accordingly. We're only 3 points behind Monaco, although we have played a game more than them. So we do need a victory in this one. Santonzi's throw in to Mutisami, who gives it back. Mutisami to Taira. Douglas Augusto back to Castelletto. And he turns, plays it to Leifis, into Taira, back to Leifis. Taira, round the corner for Simon, into Batshuayi, and he drags that one well wide. That was a huge opportunity that we really should be taking, and we might live to regret that miss. As we approach the half-hour mark, scores still level. And there's a couple of players beginning to tire quite rapidly. So those are going to come off at the half-time break. And hopefully we can inject some fresh legs. So half-time, Montpellier 0, Nantes 0. Let's go in the dressing room. Shooting's not been good enough. So we're going to point the finger and agree with that assessment. And let's get, first of all, Cardona off for Diverne. Let's also get Moses Simon off for Kader Bamba. And finally, Ganago can replace Batshuayi, who again isn't performing to the levels I thought he would be able to. So we'll start the second half. We'll demand more. I'm going to stay on balanced for now. Kader Bamba is carrying a knock, which I hadn't realised. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him. And we may have to burn a substitution at some point. Mutisami to Castelletto. Mutisami played it back to Castelletto again. Mutisami, Castelletto. Those two are just passing it between themselves. Leifis joins in. Into Taira. Ganago plays it out to the right for Santonzi. Santonzi to the byline, crosses it in. It's headed away. Mutusami picks up the loose ball, finds Bamba, and his shot is over the top. And at the moment, he's all right, but I'm not under any illusions that he will last the 90. I don't think he will. Coco's prevented a goal there with a desperate lunge, and we've conceded the corner. So 3 substitutions made. I don't want to burn a 4th one unless I have to. So not yet. Anybody really struggling? Mutusami needs to come off. So he's going to have to be withdrawn. And Kirivella can come on. And I'll have to hold on to that last one in case Bamba needs to be replaced. But actually, I'm going to have to do it anyway. Santonzi is carrying a knock. Amion is going to come on. And Coco bursting down the right-hand side. And finds Kirivella. Augusto out to Duvin on the left. Duvin shoots. And Duvin scores. It is Montpellier 0, Nantes 1. And we've got the lead. It's his first goal for the club. And it could be a winner. So we've got less than 10 minutes to hold on for a priceless 3 points. Augusto's corner. Header hits the post. And Kofiez clears that. And that might be the last highlight. But there are 5 added minutes to endure. And there is going to be one more highlight. Castelletto into Coco. Plays it back to Amion. Coco shoots. And Bamba knocks it in. But is he offside? I don't know. This is incredibly tight. The goal's given. So it is Montpellier 0, Nantes 2. And that is the full-time score. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and a home game in Ligue against Marseille. And the team for this one, Lafont in goal. Back four is Cardona, Leifis, Castelletto and Santonza. Douglas Augusto behind Mutusami and Kirivella in midfield. Simon on the left, Sommer on the right. Batshuayi up front. So let's submit the team. Go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants me to focus on the credit given by the media. I think given that we're playing a team that is in a continental qualification spot, I should probably tell them to play their natural game. And that seems to have worked with everybody apart from Jamal Lascelles. So let's get out there and see if we can grab the victory again. So here we go. We are ready to get underway. Can we manage to walk off with the 3 points, which should be enough to get us into the top 6? Albeit having played a game more than many of the teams already in it. But if we can get the 3 points, that would be absolutely massive. And it's Simon to Mutusami. He's lost the ball. Coquelin to Mbemba. Gigot to... in fact, it's given away. Augusto, Mutusami to Sommer. On to Santonzi. Cuts inside. And Fabien Santonze puts the ball in the back of the net. And it is Nantes 1, Olympique Marseille 0. So we have the lead. And what's that going to do? It lifts us up to 6th as it stands. We're the only match going on. So we can absolutely say that a win will leave us in 6th place. And that's half time. Nantes 1, Olympique Marseille 0. Slightly fortunate to be ahead, but we'll take it. Going well, capable of even better, I would say. And the only thing we need to do now is check on fitness and whether we need to replace anybody. Mutusami is tiring. We'll get him off for Taira. And Moses Simon for Kader Bamba. But also, I'm going to bring on Marcus Coco for Yuki Sommer because he's on a yellow card. And I do not want to risk a red. So let's start the second half. And I'll be quite happy if we can just see this one out and take the 1-0. Merlin with the free kick to Coquelin. And it's Harriet. And the rebound falls to Correa. And within 3 minutes, Marseille are level. It is 0-1. Marseille 1. So much for the let's hold on to a 1-0. We'll demand more. And I'm going to take Cardona off, the left back. Bring on Duverne, last time's hero. And Batshuayi will be replaced by Ganago with 15 minutes to go. A point is not a disastrous result. I want 3, but 1 is not disastrous at all in this game. Bamba to Augusto. Plays it back to Castelletto. Finds Sentonzi. Castelletto. Sentonzi again. He's crossed the halfway line. Cuts inside. Back to Castelletto. Chirivella. Castelletto releases Coco down the right. His cross. And the header is just off target. And the highlight comes to an end. Now we go positive. And hopefully I'm not throwing away the 1 point we've got. As Castelletto clears. Finds Ganago in his own half. It's played back to Coco, who's bursting forward. Finds Taira. His shot hits the inside of the post and goes out for a goal kick. And that is as close as we're going to come without scoring. Chirivella to Coco. Out to the left-hand side for Bamba. Ganago misses the target. And that surely is going to be our last chance to nick the points. And it is. It finishes Nantes 1, Olympique Marseille 1. I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time to take a look at the league table then. And as you can see, we're sat in 9th place with 8 wins, 8 draws, 5 defeats from 21 matches, 32 points on the board. So let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And I am probably going to bring you back for the away games at the end of... In fact, no, there's a 2-week gap between those 2 games. So I will bring you back for the games against Strasbourg at the end of March and Toulouse at the start of April, unless we progress in the Europa League and it's a tie worth showing you, in which case I'll show you both legs of the next round in the Europa League. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.